One of the best gifts that we can give to another person, that we can give to ourselves, that we can give to the world is to be completely authentic and genuine, to really show up, to let someone else to see us for who we are and to allow ourselves to be seen for the person we are, to show that full range of emotion. And yesterday I received such a gift from a fraternity brother of mine of Phi Beta Sigma, a longtime friend and really a soul brother. He is figuratively and literally a warrior who has fought on behalf of the United States, other countries for our safety, and still does so in the shadows. And yesterday he reached out to me to share some of those pressures that lifestyle brings. Although he has traveled around the world, is very accomplished, has reached a high level of professional success, there still comes with a certain kind of sacrifice to provide that. And by him allowing him to let his guard down and to be vulnerable and let me hold space for him to share that is one of the best gifts that he has given me, because that gave me permission. That reminded me to allow myself to also be authentic, to not always show up when things are going right, to not only want to make myself available or be seen when I feel things are going great in my life, because that's not showing the full range of emotions that I have, and that's denying you really the full experience of who I am. And that doesn't mean I need to, air out my dirty laundry or completely be dramatic or fill, the space with drama. That just allows myself to be seen and to share those emotions. So I thank him for that. And as we're talking a bit more about our passions and our drive to change the world and what that looks like. We have a very similar vision of what that looks like on the grand scale, like on the long term. We're talking about 20, 30, 50 years from now, or even 100 years from now when we're not around here, what that looks like, the change that we want to see. And where we both kind of share these ideas is sometimes our dream, our vision can be so big that actually scares us. Let me just take this to myself. It actually scares me. My dreams have scared me before because it almost seems impossible. And when I let that idea of impossibility sink in, that also turned into inaction. And so we recommitted to ourselves yesterday that although we would love to impact, change 1,000 people today, right now, tomorrow, within a week, that may not happen with the resources that we have right now, especially if we're not so clear on how that process will take place. But we also both recognize that necessarily being able to connect dot B to C, D to E, and so forth and so on isn't so important as taking small actionable steps. And we reconfirmed to ourselves that we are committed to changing one to change the world. Change one person, change the world. Impact one person, change the world. And we'll get those 1,000 people sooner than we think. It may not be in a week's time. It may take a year, 2 years, 5 years. But that, by just focusing down and drilling down to the smallest common denominator, the smallest common action that we can do, we know that we'll get those 1,000 people. And that's how, in effect, our dream will be manifested. And so I want to extend that invitation to you today on a very, very small scale. Just say, this week, commit yourself, dedicate to change one person every single day. Inspire one person every single day this week. That's only 5 people today. But I promise you, you may not see the results of this, but those 5 people will surely change, inspire more people. And how are you going to do this? It's so easy. All you're going to do is to authentically, genuinely recognize someone for something that they're doing, something that you admire about them, something that they have done a good job in, something you've seen in them in the past, something they're doing right now, but be genuine about that. So it could be your partner, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. It could be a family member, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle. It could be a longtime friend. It could be a coworker. It could be a stranger, the person you see at the gas station every single day to get your coffee. And you may recognize that that person almost every single day greets you with a smile. Doesn't matter how early it is. It doesn't matter how many customers have been rude or dry with him or her. They always greet you with a smile. And so today, you are going to recognize that person and say, you know what? Thank you so much. I got to be honest with you. When you give me that smile every single day, although I don't share it, it really does lift my spirits. When I leave here, I feel like a better person just because you gave me a genuine smile. You cannot imagine the impact you'll have on that person just by simply recognizing them and seeing them for who they are. You may have a business partner or a boss who may be a bit intense. And some may even call this person somewhat a bit of condescending and maybe a bit rough around the edges of their approach, but they get results. And they somehow are able to pull the best out of people, the best out of their team to achieve their goals and to make people feel like they are better people in their roles. So we're gonna look beyond that intensity. And as long as this person isn't insulting you, personally, I mean, they may be intense, right? And that may not make you, that pressure may not be great at all times, but you're gonna recognize that person. You're gonna say, you know what? I just wanna say thank you for the energy that you bring to the team. Thank you for the intensity. Thank you for your dedication to push us to be better people. I appreciate that. And just by doing that, I promise you, you change one person, you change the world. And so I just invite you guys to join our vision, to join our dream, to do that. And so if you're feeling a bit more energetic, more motivated to do more than one person a day, go for it. Do 2 people a day, do 3 people a day. You know how many people we pass on a daily basis? You can really dedicate your 10 people every day, but be authentic. Don't go for flattery. Flattery is temporary. Flattery is short-lived. Flattery is just to get a temporary response. Really think about someone who has done something, said something to you, about you, helped you, motivated you, impacted you. Have you seen that action with another person, how they've treated another person? It may not even impact you directly, but you've been inspired on what it is that they do. So guys, have an amazing day. Change one, change the world.